Sharon Adamson was born in Rome, Georgia, but grew up in Calhoun. At an early age, her mother would tell her not to mess up her hair or put on her football helmet until after church on Sunday. Although there weren't many sports for tomboys at that time, Sharon would play tackle football daily with the Pisgah Way boys and even had her own football pads and equipment. Young Sharon also excelled at swimming and remembers fondly as a lifeguard, Harold Somerville would encourage her to do flips from the diving boards. As a 13-year-old, she won the state 50-meter championship in breaststroke, and that success made her really excited to participate in competitive events. Two of Sharon's role models, fellow Hall of Fame inductees Diane Crocker and Frida Hutt, were well-known players when she was in high school, and Sharon strived to be like these two athletes. Sharon says being a base runner on third base when Hutt and Crocker came to bat was a frightening experience, since both loved to scorch the ball down the third base line. Also, she says you haven't experienced pain until you've been hit with a 90-mile-an-hour egg thrown by Crocker during the Calhoun High School C Club initiation. In high school, Sharon Adamson was a 3-year MVP and Best Defensive Player Award winner for the Calhoun Yellow Jackets basketball team. She was also an accomplished tennis player and state champion swimmer. She was named Outstanding Female Athlete in 1974. She also is very fond of the fact that she was a drummer in the Pride of North Georgia Northland CHS band. She was also an excellent student at Calhoun High School and placed first in the region literary typing competition. Adamson Bass was awarded a basketball scholarship to Berry College. She was a 2-year All-State player and an AIAW 2-time All-American. Adamson Bass was an integral part of Berry's national championship team and was voted by her teammates as the most valuable player that year. She averaged over 20 points per game and 15 assists per game. During her career at Berry, the teams won a national championship in 1976 and finished third in 1977 and 78. She's proud to say that despite not having a three-point line in women's basketball, her team averaged over 84 points a game. Sharon credits fellow Hall of Fame inductee Billy Bearden with improving her basketball in college. There was no play-like-a-girl mentality accepted by Coach Bearden. Bobby and Billy Bearden were loyal fans of the Lady Vikings. Sharon's teammates at Berry College would frequently visit Calhoun to work with Billy on improving their own skills, and many of Sharon's teammates credited Billy with defining their skills that resulted in more success for that Berry College team. Coach Adamson was intern head basketball coach at Florida State University, assistant basketball coach at UGA, and the head women's basketball coach at the University of Central Florida in 1980 and 81. She was appointed to the Region 3 Ethics and Eligibility Committee for the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. Throughout her coaching endeavors, Sharon's future husband, Eddie Bass, moved her about 13 times in a short period of time. However, Eddie told her he wasn't going to move her things but one more time, and it had to be back to Tallahassee. Once back in Tallahassee, Sharon began a teaching and coaching job at McClay School, a private K-12 college preparatory school, which boasted a very successful sports program. Sharon coached all the girls' sports, volleyball, basketball, and softball. Volleyball became a new love for Sharon. The girls at McClay loved volleyball, and as a result, her teams experienced much success, advancing to the state Final Four twice, state championship game once, and several sectional final appearances. For her success in volleyball, Sharon was named Florida Volleyball Class A Coach of the Year in 1986. Many of her players continued their athletic careers at the collegiate level. This experience at McClay and the girls and families that she grew to love will always be very special to Sharon. In fact, her volleyball team was part of Sharon and Eddie's wedding. She can safely say they probably were responsible for most of her gray hair as well. Sharon obtained a nursing degree at Florida State University, where she graduated cum laude. She also received the FSU School of Nursing Academic Leadership Award, an Outstanding Senior Award. After graduation, she worked on the open heart surgical team at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. She also earned a master's degree in athletic administration from FSU. In 1997, she and Eddie made the decision to move to Calhoun to help with the care of her parents who were aging and experiencing health issues. She is now completing her 17th year at Gordon Hospital. Nurse Adamson Bass is currently the nurse manager of surgical services, and she's been rewarded for her hard work at Gordon by being presented the Heart of Nursing Award in 2011, as well as an Extra Mile Award recipient. Sharon is the daughter of the late Lewis and Burdette Adamson. She has a brother, Terry Adamson, and a brother who is deceased, Bill Adamson. She has 2 nieces, Kate and Liz, and 3 nephews, Terry, Morgan, Kelly, and Bill Jr. Sharon has been married to her husband, Eddie, for 27 years. Eddie is also an accomplished athlete and was inducted into both the Fairhope High School in Fairhope, Alabama, and Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida, Halls of Fame. Sharon says his biggest accolade was being the facility advisor to the FSU cheerleaders, which gave them an opportunity to travel with the FSU team. They share fond memories of traveling to Notre Dame, Ohio State, and to many bowl games together, cheering on the Seminoles. Sharon loves to spend time outdoors and enjoys traveling to new places, playing golf, swimming, and spending time with Eddie and their dogs. Currently, they have 3 whippets, Tia, Sydney, and Lexi, who allow Sharon and Eddie to share their home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sharon Adamson Bass to the Sports Hall of Fame.
When called me and told me the details of tonight, he said that I'd be first. They were going accidentally. I said, no, wait a minute. My name's Bass now, not Adamson. That didn't work either. So somebody has to go first. So now I can sit back and enjoy and listen to all the bios of all the other great athletes that are being inducted tonight. I don't know about you guys that are being inducted, but I kept getting texts to leave it short and sweet tonight that they were worried about. Worried about me. My desire level to speak before people, whether it's 10 or 300, on a scale of about 0 to 100, it hovers around 0. So, you won't worry about me. But I would like to make a couple of comments. I really wish my mom and dad could be here tonight to share this with me. I'm very fortunate that I was the daughter of Boyce and Burnett Adamson. And every day of my life, they showed me how much they love me. They worked really hard in their dry cleaning business here in Calhoun to provide means for both Terry and I to explore and to experience a lot of opportunities that helped us to develop our pathways in life. And I'll be forever grateful that I was there, that I had parents just like them. I'd like to recognize just a couple of people at my table. A lot of you guys have huge families. I'm blessed with a pretty small family, but I have a large extended family. And some of the inductees, I really feel that their families are my families. And the Chathams, Monette's family have always been my family and always will be my family. Their matriarch Daisy was like a second mother to me. She always called me her white child. And the Beard family, Melinda and I grew up together, and of course Billy was so instrumental in my development as a basketball player, and their family will always be very special to me, and I just love you guys dearly. At my table, I have very close friends, Kyle and Dick and Smith, that I grew up across the street from, and they were like family to me, and I always admired them, how they raised their kids, and they raised the neighborhood kids. And they had the best backyard that was flat that we could play football in, and they were always out there playing with us, so they will always be my dear friends. Melanie has been a friend of mine for a long time, and she's one that nominated me for this award. And Melanie, I just look forward to many golf games and a lot of friendships for the years to come. And I'm just really excited that Terry, my brother's here to share this with me, and that he brought a mutual friend of ours, that he's a lifelong friend of Terry's. I really didn't get to know him until a little later, but Billy Gray is here also to share this with me. And then, as a surprise that I didn't even know was coming, that my family in Atlanta, that my Uncle Joe's 2 daughters, Brenda and Joanne, y'all couldn't have surprised me any more than y'all did tonight. And you just don't know what that meant to me to see y'all walk through that door tonight. So thank you so much. But then I have my